Before we begin, I encourage you all to like and subscribe, as your support is really appreciated. I also recommend you check out the BCA for any local pool leagues in your area, and also check out Inside Pool Magazine, as they have some great billiard content. And lastly, visit jflowerscues.com for some great products at great prices. Now on to the video. Philly Fingers here, using the Predator Brake Speed app to once again test my brake speed while using the JF Force by J Flowers. Last time I attempted this, I got 21 miles an hour, and today I'm hoping to break that record. Here in my first attempt, you can clearly see, by trying to hit so hard, I jumped the cue ball right off the table. So again, to go over the rules, I'm only counting breaks where the cue ball does not fly off the table. I'm only counting legal breaks. I'm also using a 9-foot table, and I'm going to be only playing 8-ball. So I'm only going to be breaking an 8-ball rack. Now for those who like to use a bar box and break a 9-ball rack, that's fine. Just make sure that on the Predator Brake Speed app, you set the settings to reflect as such. Here in my second attempt, the only thing I'm changing is my stroke. So as you can see, I'm choking up quite a bit. So I'm going to choke up and use a very short but quick stroke. And in this attempt, once again, generating so much speed, I'm flying the ball off the table. So that's 0 for 2 right now. For those who are curious, the two balls that flew off the table, the first cue ball flew off at 28 miles an hour, and the second one at 32 miles an hour. Now yes, they're generating a lot of speed, but they're not productive, right? That's not the goal. The goal is to hit the head ball straight on, get a good contact hit, and mainly keep the cue ball and all the balls on the table. We want a legal break. Now for this third attempt, I'm going to choke up, but I'm also going to try to follow through a little bit more. I'm going to try to follow through and this time keep the ball on the table. Now I kept the ball on the table, but I did not generate enough power. One of the things I noticed is it's not just about choking up, following through, but it's also the grip. So I also found myself maybe having too tight of a grip in my backhand. So in the next attempt, I'm definitely going to try to keep a very loose grip as well. On this fourth attempt, I'm going to try to bring everything together. I'm going to use the compact stroke, I'm going to choke up, I'm going to follow all the way through, but I'm going to make sure also when I follow through that my shaft stays at the center of the table. I'm actually going to bend my shaft a little bit. I'm going to make sure that I stay down. So here we go. On this attempt, I managed to generate some good power. I don't scratch in the side, I keep the cue ball on the table, and lo and behold, if we look at what I've generated, 26 miles an hour. Since it only took me 4 attempts to break my record of 21 miles an hour, I feel really confident that I could push it even further. So I'm going to try to bring everything together for my 5th attempt. So here for my 5th and final attempt, again, compact swing, I'm going to choke up, I'm going to make sure that I follow all the way through, keeping my shaft at the center of the table, to the point where it might even bend a little bit. But I'm going to stay down and make sure that I have some really good follow through. And here it is. For my 5th attempt, I managed to keep the cue ball on the table, and I recorded 28.11 miles an hour. So that's it. It took me 5 attempts to break my record. My top record now is 28.11 miles an hour. I'm curious if anyone can do as well, possibly even break my record. If you do, please leave a link to your video in the comments below, and enjoy Breaking with the JF Force by Jay Flowers. Till next time.